And good morning. It's Friday as we head into Memorial Day weekend. I hope your morning is going well for you. Kind of warm for this time of morning. It's 71 as we wait for a high of 91. So 20 degrees higher as the sun comes up. Cloudy for most of the day, then gradually becoming sunny by this afternoon. Should be a good day ahead of us. 20% chance of showers into the forecast late after 4 o'clock. Don't forget, if you're coming into Meridian I-59, we have a incident that is at mile marker 144, an 18-wheeler that caught on fire. Simmons Wrecker is en route. They're going to be towing that out of the way. We've got Highway Patrol and a lot of emergency officials on the side of the road there. Caught fire there at the tanker. Wasn't anything hazardous, I don't believe, but it did catch the rear of the truck on fire and part of that tanker, so they'll have to tow it, and all the tires burned up. So it's a little bit of a mess if you're coming into Meridian. Again, it's in a curve, too. Be careful as you're approaching that. 144 mile marker, northbound lane coming to Meridian on I-59. Right before you get to the split. It's not the sharp curve, but it's getting close to it there as you come into Meridian there. How's your day? We do hope well. It has been fast. And I just remembered, I don't think I fixed we'll fix the, I apologize. I've had a week on this, haven't I? We're going to go into, out to First Baptist now as we'll get our message of the morning. Let's get that going. And we've got a big show lined up for you beginning at 7 as well. We'll get to some of your headlines that are shaping America, plus your weather forecast.
Security is an aspect of life that many of us hold extremely high.
You know, one of the cutest things to watch is a little kid trying to wink just one eye. And for whatever reason, children can't typically do that until they're 6 or 8 years old. Younger than that, try as they might to wink with just one eye, they can't do it. They blink with both eyes. But once we learn to wink, a wink is not just a wink. It's saying something. It's a nonverbal communication. And in our culture, it can mean a lot of things depending on the context and how it's received. It can be flirty or affirming or charming. But in Proverbs 10:10, it says, whoever winks the eye causes trouble. One of the ways people use a wink is to communicate, you can trust me. It can be a way to deceive a person or to disarm them, to get them to let their guard down. Proverbs 6:12-14 says, a worthless person, a wicked man goes about his crooked speech, winks with his eyes, signals with his feet, points with his finger, with perverted heart devises evil, continually sowing discord. So the Bible is saying that winking can be a form of deception. Therefore, we must learn to read those nonverbal cues so that we can safeguard ourselves in a situation and not be drawn into something deceptive or even dangerous. A wink is not just a wink. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. And welcome back. It is. Change does begin in you. I hope you enjoy that. You can always drop by. They've got services coming up on Sunday morning beginning at 10:30. Hope you can make it out for that. Good morning, Donna. I see Guy is up along with Deborah. Miss Ann Hall. So good to see you. And Sandy White stirring a little bit. I sure hope she's got some coffee. That girl's grumpy when she doesn't have it. Come on, Sandy. Get it together this morning. As we start looking at headlines this morning, in my opinion, and again, it's my opinion, it's never to go too far into this, as Biden will release another 1 million gallons of reserves from our fuel to lower prices in their hopes. And again, America goes, why don't we drill our own? I'm with you on that. Be cheaper also, but what do I know? What do you know? California, as we see that 2 people are recuperating, they're getting better. At a high school graduation, they were shot. No word yet what it was all over, but bad news when you go to a graduation and they get shot. Do y'all remember watching Seinfeld? I do. It was funny. You remember Kramer, who always came in and kind of stumbled around? I didn't know this, but as they release information on this, he's talking about it now. Since 2018, he's been battling prostate cancer. It was pretty bad. But he's recovered and going to make it. That's good for him. I'm glad. I wasn't aware of that. One of the biggest killers there are. Let's see what else has happened. I don't quite understand everything I know about this, but Florida is where this happened. And again, I don't know as much about the Catholic the way things are done inside a church. I know in Baptists and the Methodist Church, when you have communion, you set up and you either go to the altar or it's passed out down the row of when you take the bread. And nowadays, I think it's grape juice is handed out, but they were having that, and a woman, he asked her, had she confessed of her sins? She said no, and he basically told her that she needed to do that. Apparently, she comes back hatting. He asked her again, and she tried to grab something out of his hand. He was trying to fight her off, and one hand thing led to another. And next thing you know, he had to bite her. They're making out charges against the priest. Boy, I tell you, fighting a church. She was pushing the preacher around, and the way it words it is that was his only way to get her off of him. And they'll probably find him guilty of, you know how this justice system works nowadays. Have you seen the video floating around? This has happened over the last 2 to 3 days of a golfing group that were going to East Tennessee State University, their men golfing team. Delta Airlines has, sent a grumbling apology as their workers were seen throwing their golf clubs on the ground. Now, if they do that to golf clubs, imagine what's happening to the rest of your luggage. You know what happens as well as I do. They just happen to get caught this time. What's happened to the American worker? It worries me. There's no pride anymore. I can remember anything that you sign your name to, you should have pride in. I think we need to get back to that somehow or another. Everybody's always expecting something for nothing. If you had to buy that, you'd certainly treat it better, wouldn't you? If it was yours, treat other property, other people's things as if it were your own. It's just not right. Norfolk Southern, do y'all remember this big explosion that happened in a little Ohio town? And if I remember correctly, it took Biden a long time to even come view it. But it looks as though they're going to be paying a payout to the city, to the residents there. The federal government agreed to a modest, is the way it's worded, $15 million settlement from Norfolk Southern over this disastrous derailment that happened there. Everybody had to be evacuated. Do y'all remember that? We'll see. All right, let's see. This is a controversy in the United States, and I don't understand how it got to be a controversy of college students arguing and fighting over this. Israel has recovered another 3 bodies from the October 7th hostage situation. Y'all remember that? Where they came in and killed innocent people and took them. They've recovered 3 more bodies. We're taking hostages on that. And we have people blaming Israel. Leave it at that. We've got a lot coming up as we head toward the top of the hour. We're going to get you updated on what's going on locally, majorly. We're also going to look at this forecast next as we'll look at this. We've got several chances of some severe weather. Mostly it's going to be north of the Meridian area. We might have a little bit there, Philadelphia over the weekend. We're going to look at that next as we'll pull up radar and look at everything that we've got. All that's on the way here at the Scotty Ray Report as we begin this Friday. And again, reminding you, mile marker 144, slow down a little bit as you're coming in Meridian, northbound. 18-wheeler caught fire. They're on the edge of the right-hand side of the road as you're coming into town. Wreckers and whatnot will be loading up an 18-wheeler that caught fire a little over an hour ago. So that's going to slow you down for just a moment there. More on the way here at the Scotty Ray Report. We'll be right back. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Welcome back. Let's go to radar now and take a look at what we have showing as far as storms and where the rain is. And then we'll get into the severe stuff. As we pull up Honda Meridian radar this morning, we do show that we got a lot of stuff in Texarkana moving across in Tupelo, just north of there as we get near the Collierville, Tennessee line there. Look at all that rain we got there from Holly Springs to New Albany, Ripley, Mississippi. A lot of rain going on there with thunderstorms right across that Tennessee line moving to the east as we look at that this morning. A light shower or two that you're having there around Louisville this morning and a little bit moving in there just west of Sugarlock. Now, as we turn this on to go to our severe weather, this is what we've got projected for today. As you'll see, Starkville, Mississippi, West Point, all a level 2. This does include Greenville, this line across here north of Kosciuszko. Ackerman's going to be the line to Starkville, right along in there to Columbus Air Force Base. As you'll see here from Winston County, taking in Noxubee, Kemper, Carthage, and the Philadelphia area will be a level 1, including the Livingston, right there, across to Greensboro, Utah, Alabama. Now, that's a level 1 for this afternoon. The Meridian area, anything south of Kemper County, south of Philadelphia, these areas here going to be okay. It's not really listed, and just a slight chance of rain in the Meridian area after 4 o'clock. These areas from Philadelphia, the Neshoba County line, to Stark Vegas will be a level 1, and then from Stark Vegas north to the state line will be a level 2. Now let's look at tomorrow as we pull in day 2 and look at Saturday of what we've got going on here. The Meridian area will fall under a level 2 here, as you'll see here, taking in York, Demopolis, Selma, Alabama, all these areas over to Cleveland, the Mississippi Delta, Philadelphia, Newton, and the majority of Quitman. That line will be across Quitman going across here as we pull up here to take a closer look at your outlook. This will come across at Pachuta, cut through where Jay's Taxidermy is, taking in Carmichael to the state line over to Gilberttown, Alabama. That's going to be for Saturday is what we look at here. Again, this will take in Rose Hill as well, and then right across there where Garlandville is. That's going to be right there at the Newton County line. All of that is tomorrow. Let's turn this off and look at Sunday. We've got another chance of severe weather on Sunday as well as we look at this, which will be north of the Meridian area. It will take in this northern portion of Neshoba County, and it'll also get a little bit here in Leake. All of Noxubee County will be under a level 1. You've got to go a little bit further up here to get to this level 2. Grenada line, just around Amory, Tupelo area, and Houston, Mississippi will be that level 2 for Sunday. That's the way it is, tiered out there. Now, as you'll back out, look at here, Evansville, Indiana. This is going to be a serious situation around Louisville, Kentucky, Evansville, Indianapolis on Sunday, a level 3 in that area as we look ahead to Sunday. Wow, lots of weather, isn't it? It is. All right, let's get into a little bit closer detail outlook of what the forecast is for today and toward the weekend.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go back, record highs, record lows back in 96. That was a hot year. 95 on this date. We'll have to go back to many, many moons ago to 1892 to find the lowest on this date. It was 45. Not bad at all there. Now, as we look at this, they didn't give us one for today. As we look for Alabama, 89 here. We'll see 88 in Clanton, 89 in Birmingham. The Meridian area should see right around 91 is what we're expecting for the Meridian area. And again, a chance of slight showers, 20% chance moving into the forecast this afternoon after 4 o'clock for the Meridian area. Not bad, not bad. Now, as we move forward, now we've just looked at all that. Let me pass this. There is a chance of some flash flooding. Let me show you this. This is going to be northwest Mississippi through this morning here. Another chance of this moving back into the forecast and coming a little bit further over with some rain throughout the weekend. Not making it to Meridian, though. Now, let's go here and get past all that. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook, and we'll look at this more in depth there. A little bit warmer in Mississippi, still above average, big time hot down in South Texas. The Meridian area and most of Mississippi, kind of normal at this area. As you get into portions of eastern and northeast Tennessee, you'll see this a little bit cooler there. Now, as we come across to look at this, here's what we've got. Pretty much a great weekend for the East Mississippi side here. As we look at today, 90 to 91, that 20% chance of rain. And again, a 20% chance of rain tomorrow. Not bad at all for us. And again, most of that rain is going to be due north of here. Columbus Air Force Base line, 92 expected tomorrow, low of 72, kind of how it is this morning. As we get into Sunday, all chances of rain disappear with a high of 93, kind of perfect there. Monday, we're back to work at 94, Well, that's a hot one, isn't it? As we get into Tuesday, we'll see 88 with a slight chance of showers. And then on into the week there, we'll kind of medium out somewhere in that upper 80s to 90 degrees. It's going to be steady there. We'll go another week into the month, all the way to June 7th. We'll either be right below 90 or right above it, somewhere between 88 to 91. Showers move in somewhere around on the 3rd of June, a higher chance there at 40% chance, and increasing to nearly a 50% by the 6th. So we'll get some showers there coming up before long as we get on into June. Not a bad weekend, though. Remember that. As we look at our fishing forecast, Chet tells us to head out today. It's going to be perfect around 2 o'clock this afternoon. 2 to 4 p.m. is what we're expecting to be good. It'll be way after dark before you have your next round of good fishing. Should be a south-southwest wind, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not bad at all, is it? Coming up, we'll have the gang as we'll get things rolling at 7 o'clock to get well underway. Get caught up on what's happening locally, all on the way at 7. On the way here at the Scotty Ray Report.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.